Find in standard form the value of this here. Now, first of all, what I would do is I would change the 3,000 into 3 times 10 to the power 3. Okay, I changed, as I said, 3,000 into standard form. When it comes to multiplying, it's often best to actually change it in standard form, which is different to the question we saw earlier on with the buses. Because with the buses, with the small bus, the double-decker, I think, we were adding the weights there. And when you add the weights, it's often better to put it as whole numbers, okay? And then change it back to standard form at the end. But when we're multiplying, it's best to keep it in standard form. The reason why is, when I write that in standard form there, we could put the big numbers together, okay, 4.1 and 3, and then put the powers of 10 together, okay? So 4.1 times 3 is 12.3, all right? And then, of course, you add these powers here. So minus 5 add 3 is minus 2. And again, then, appreciate our answer isn't in standard form because that's 12, isn't it? And we want number between 1 and 10. So what I need to do is move the decimal point this way, okay? So I end up having then 1.23. And of course, then that would be times 10 to the power of 1, wouldn't it? That's what 12.3 becomes. 1.23 times 10 to the power of 1, because the decimal points move to the left, times then 10 to the minus 2. Now, when we combine these powers then, okay, we've got to add them. So that will be minus 1, yeah? 1 add minus 2 takes us to minus 1. So there's my answer there. Part B, then we've got a division. Now, often I prefer to write it in the form we've had before. Okay, so we write it as a fraction. Sometimes it makes it easier, to get more clarified in terms of its setup. And we see there 1.5 divided by 3. Well, I'm sure you can see there, right, after a little bit of work maybe, that's just a half, yeah? 1.5 divided by 3 is a half. And then you take away the powers, because you're dividing. The 3 take away 6 is minus 3. But again, you need to appreciate that's not standard form. It's not between 1 and 10, so I'd write that in as 5, okay? Times then, of course, 0.5 is 5 times 10 to the minus 1, yeah? Because the decimal points move that way. Times 10 to the minus 3, so I get my answer then is 5 times 10 to the minus 4.